Hey y'all, out here at the garden again. Um, Decided to do something a little different this year. Not sure how well it's going to turn out or what it's going to produce or what have you. Well, I took in, as you can see, worked up the soil real good. The soil is basically like powder. It's sandy loam soil. Went down probably about 9 inches deep. Just used the cultivators on the Farmall Cub. Um, as you can see, I'm going to try to use every bit of space I have for gardening. This right here is on top of my septic tank. Nothing, nothing's ever been planted around it. Um, I just put it there just because it's space that I wasn't using, so I just planted some tomatoes around it. Um, so then we go back to the rest of the garden that I was planning on planting a whole bunch of sweet potatoes, but as I've been reminded, I've already got about 70 cans of sweet potatoes from raising last year and what have you. So not going to plant a lot of sweet potatoes. I am going to plant some just because I'd like to have a baked sweet potato every so often. Um, so what I'm going to do is put in maybe a row of Beauregard sweet potatoes. I finally found some slips. They've been rare as hen's teeth. So what I'm going to do with the rest of this space is I'm going to kind of make like a jumbled up garden. Um, when I say that, it's not going to be like the other portion of my garden that is really kind of road and I guess you say makes sense. What I'm going to do right here at the end of this is plant some more cantaloupes and more watermelon. Then up here, what I'm going to do is plant 3 or 4 more rows of corn, maybe about 50 feet, 3 or 4 rows of corn. I'm going to plant the rows really close together just to see how that does. And one row here, I think, is going to be on the side closest to the yard is going to be for the sweet potatoes. Probably plant maybe about 100 slips for the sweet potatoes. Um, then on the upper end here, the local nursery that I get my plants from has a whole bunch of cabbage plants that they had put on sale. I got some. Should have them out here to show you, but I'll show you, I guess, after it's all said and done and they're planted. So I'm going to plant some more tomatoes, up here. I'm going to utilize this space right here and plant some tomatoes. And um, I got probably about 16 more tomatoes, 12, 16, I can't remember what it is. And I'm thinking about just using this area right here um, for the tomatoes. And like I say, planting them pretty close and fertilizing heavy. And then up here, what I'm going to do on the edge of the garden is plant some sunflowers. I'm going to plant sunflowers right across the edge, then come behind it. And what I'm planning to do is plant some cabbages, and maybe I'll plant the other tomatoes behind the cabbages. And not quite sure what to plant in this area. Maybe I'll get some more squash seeds and plant some squash like right in here, and then the rest of it will be just corn and sweet potato with the end of it being cantaloupe and watermelon. Um, as you can see, I got a whole bunch of uh, cucumbers, so I don't think I need to plant any more of those. And the beans here are blooming, and in certain spots it's got some beans on them. I have to look for them. And then these peas right here, um, they probably could be picked in about 3 or 4 days. And what I'll do is after I pick all the peas, go back and plant some beans. Then right here is where my first set of peas that I picked was, and I took and pulled them out and made rows so that I think I'm going to plant beans here. I'm not sure, but as you can see, the garden's doing pretty well. I took and cultivated the corn. Then I put some 4600 nitrogen on it, and it's coming along pretty good. The potatoes are looking kind of funny. I guess it's about time for them to start dying down. And then right here, as you can see, the cabbages are coming along, pretty well. I'll probably make some chow chows, and as you can see, I got some squash growing that actually are ready to be picked. So I guess I might be having some squash in the next day or so. Yep, they're getting ready. So this is what the garden looks like. There's the okra, another cantaloupe plant, watermelon, got peppers right here. Everything seems to be coming along pretty good. So just showing you what my next plan's gonna be and see how it does. My next plan involves my cattle holding pen, which I will go over there and show you what I'm going to do here in just a second. I don't have editing software, so it'll be another video. Sorry. So, but this is what we're looking at.